Hi everybody, this is Robert Higgs broadcasting from Barren Ridge Vineyard, so you can see the vineyard behind me, and the wines we'll be tasting, which are our Chardonnay 2017 and Merlot 2016. Hope you're all well. Thank you for all your support this week, and hope to hear from some of you. Please let me know that you can hear me out there. Quite a few of you picked up wine this week to taste along with us. So I hope to see some comments from you guys as we go along here. Feel free to ask questions. And that's it. We were out in the vineyard this morning. I'll talk more about that later. And wish you a very good start to the week. Hopefully I see some of you guys checking in soon. Yeah, looks like there's some viewers out there. Bear with me just one second. Alrighty, good to see you. Okay, we're going to start with our Chardonnay, as some of you join. Hi Anne-Marie. Hi David. Glad to hear from you guys. Glad there's some people out there. You guys hear me okay? Just let me know that you hear me so that I'll keep going. Hi Frank, hi Cheryl. We got some family, we got some friends, we got some professional wine tasters, professional media people. And we're going to start with our Chardonnay 2017. Sorry about that. Still getting used to my camera here. As you see, it's kind of a mid-golden color. Hi Vicky. So our Chardonnay from 2017, we grow our Chardonnay up in Mount Crawford. So this is a high parcel up at about 1,800 feet, composed of some loamy soils, but also with some good mineral limestone. So we achieve a nice balance with this Chardonnay. And we're going to go ahead and taste it. So cheers. Wish you guys a lovely week. And thanks again for all your support, okay? So as you see, first thing you do is look at the visual. So you're looking at texture and color, and that's telling you something. Chardonnay is a real green skin variety. So this was aged and vinified in oak barrels with lees stirring, so it achieves a little bit of a kind of a mid-golden color. If this was made in steel tanks, it would probably be kind of yellowish green. But we ferment and make our wine for our Chardonnay in oak barrels, 100% French oak. So let's move on to the first nose. Give it a nice swirl. It's nice, clean, and fresh. You get some nice lime zest, lemony type aromas with a little bit of spice, and you know, it smells very fresh, clean, a little bit maritime. Delicious. A lot of times with Chardonnay, Chardonnay is a fairly neutral grape. It's a great winemaking grape. It really picks up terroir well, so it works really well with soils, and it also picks up a lot from winemaker influence. So as a neutral grape, it's really fun to work with because you can make so many different kinds of varieties of wine from the winemaker's influence or the influence of soils, terroir, climate, that you will have a vast variety of different types of wine to pair with food. So it's a wonderful food wine. This is kind of, to me, this tastes like a nice wine from Burgundy, kind of straightforward, nice varietal characteristics of lemon, lime zest, a little bit of peach on the nose as well, and some nice light spices. And it has a nice texture. You know, it's not really buttery. We tend to have a light hand with our oak, so we're using 20 or 30% new oak maximum, and we're just trying to achieve a wine with balance that goes well with food. We have decent acidity at our vineyard site, so some of that acidity is still there, so the wine doesn't get too oaky or buttery. In fact, you barely even detect any notes from the barrels whatsoever, but you do detect a little bit in the texture. It's a little bit creamy, and you may taste a hint of wood as it warms up, but barely anything at all. Just really nice juicy fruit, and a real nice wine. We're gonna cook this tomorrow with roasted chicken with preserved lemons and black olives, and it's a really nice way to prepare a chicken because the black olives basically turn into little candied bonbons as the chicken cooks. So we will shoot out that recipe this week. I promised you a recipe from last week, which will also be coming out very soon. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties today, but you know, like I always say, we're trying to get what's in our soils into the glass, and I think we've done that pretty well here. Take another sip. Hope some of you are trying along at home. Any questions out there? Everybody doing well? If you're not drinking, well, loud and clear, that sounds good. If you're not drinking Chardonnay, I hope you're tasting something at home. We would love to hear what you're tasting and drinking, and you know, feel free to get in touch with us, and we'd love to hear what you have to say. Really perfect balance, kind of a light, fun to drink Chardonnay, like a nice wine from Burgundy. It's not a Grand Cru, but it's going to go very well with food. Some nice spicy notes, nice texture, going to go very well with any kind of creamy shellfish, seafood, and cream sauce. It's going to go very nice with kind of roasted lox, roasted salmon, things like that, scallops, and it's going to go well with vegetables. It's really a versatile wine. It's going to go with a lot of different things, so look forward to hearing what you guys pair it with eventually, and so look for that recipe from us in the next couple days. So Chardonnay's birthplace is in Burgundy, where you know some of the best wines in the world come from, and Chardonnay's style can range from very mineral, like up in Chablis. Chablis, you have a lot of limestone, and you have a type of soil called kalkmergel, and that leads to very kind of lean, very mineral, lighter Chardonnays. And as you move down south into the Côte d'Or, you get a lot of different variety from all the different soils they have down there. They have a panoply of different types of soils, and you can really taste it in the glass, so it's really fun to find a lot of Chardonnays and try them at different times and with different foods. So please do that and let us know what you think of this one. And we're going to move on to Merlot now. So thank you. So Barren Ridge Merlot 2016. Kind of a light ruby color in the glass. Shouldn't say light ruby. It's a fairly inky dark ruby. And we were out in the vineyard this morning, right over there. So we had a little frost. It was below 30 this morning, and we're not sure how the Merlot did. There was ice on the vines, and they looked fine this morning, but we'll go out and check later to see if those leaves are drying up. But Mark McCune, our viticulturist, left a lot of buds. So the more advanced buds might have gotten hit, but the other ones should be okay. So we're still going to get a nice crop of Merlot. Merlot is early flowering and also early to harvest, so it is susceptible to a little bit of winter damage. But it's really a great grape. And you know, the movie Sideways, where Paul Giamatti famously said, "I'm not drinking Merlot." Merlot is great. It can be kind of overlooked for a lot of different reasons, but it's kind of a silky, sensuous wine. It's smooth. It has soft tannins. It has really juicy fruit, and has some natural complexity. It can have notes of bay leaf and spices and really nice aromas. It's really easy to drink, and again, it's very versatile. We use it in our Meritage blend, and obviously in Bordeaux, they use it in their blending. It's really famous on the right bank of the Garonne in Bordeaux. Saint-Emilion is one very famous cru from the region, but it really makes fantastic wines and gets blended with all the wonderful varieties of Bordeaux. And here it tastes great on its own, and it tastes great in our Meritage. So let's move on to the tasting. Like I said, kind of you know, a fairly light texture and kind of a deep ruby color. And we'll go on to see what we get in the glass. This Merlot has some age on it from 2016, so it's moved on a little bit from the real primary juicy fruits, where you get red fruits, red cherries, things like that. But you still get some nice fruits. You get some nice plummy notes, and some real freshness. Like everything that comes from our vineyard, we have good acidity, and we like to preserve that, and it keeps our wines young, fresh, and lively. And it really does well in our clay and schist soils here. Merlot also picks up minerality nicely. So you really smell some smoky plum, bay leaf, you know, something a little eucalyptus-like. That's bay leaf for me. And nice earthy aromas, smoky plum. We'll go with any number of different foods, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. So let's go on and taste it. Very juicy, lovely wine, very well balanced. Certainly not at its peak. It ages very well. Very soft tannins, silky, smooth, and just delicious texture. There's a nice structure holding up the whole wine, nice acidity, and you get kind of red fruit up front, and then some of that smoky plum that I talked about. You're even getting, you know, you can get something a little bit floral in Merlot. I smell some rose petal, and there's even a hint, you know, this has been open for a bit, so I'm getting a little bit of licorice. So you really get some nice complexity in this wine, and it's light enough to go great with food. It's not a heavy extracted Merlot. It's just lovely, easy to drink, fairly light, food friendly. Will go well with you know, hard and soft cheeses. Will go great with any kind of chicken or meat dishes. It'll go great with barbecue. It'll go great with simple things, anything from pizza to pasta to prime rib, you know, some juicy type of steak. It's going to go very well with the finer cuts because of that natural juiciness that's in Merlot. And it's just delicious to sip. And you even, as the flavors develop in the mouth, as I like to talk about, our wines tend to be long, have nice length, and that's due to the quality of our fruit and our soils. And the acidity keeps the wine together, makes it very long. And you may even notice a little taste of cocoa on the end. Merlot also happens to go very well with chocolate with a high percentage of cocoa in it, so that's definitely worth trying. And we look forward to doing more food and wine pairings and talking about these things and trying them at the vineyard when we can get back out here. So, and you know, we will. We're all going to get through this, and it's been kind of a strange environment, but I hope these tastings are entertaining. We're going to keep adding to them. I sent these tasting sheets out to you all. I hope they're helpful. We're going to keep adding to them, and making them a little bit more complex. They're kind of simple right now, but we will add to them, and we're going to draw some nice pictures on there so you understand what kind of fruit is in the wine and what you're tasting. So keep an eye out for that. And we're going to be doing these tastings every Sunday at 5, and this is part of Barren Ridge Experiences. So Barren Ridge Experiences is something we created to do activities and get your hands on certain things. We're even going to take you eventually to other countries. We had to kind of put everything on hold given the coronavirus, but hopefully sometime soon we're going to be going to different countries. We're going to show you where we were living in France and have a lot of fun. We're going to take you down to the vineyard. We're going to be visiting the vineyard next week with Mark McCune, and our tasting next Sunday will feature Touriga. So Touriga Nacional, the national grape of Portugal, and Tinkling Spring, which is our light, crisp white blend. And so we're going to do that. We're going to have some drone footage that's going to lance right into our live tasting. We've been experimenting with drones. We have 2 people with drones here, so that's going to be fun. We're going to take you flying through the vineyard, over and hopefully into it. And that's going to be exciting. And I said there would be an exciting announcement today, and that exciting announcement is a partnership with the American Shakespeare Company in Stanton, the Blackfriars. We're looking forward to tasting in 2 weeks with one of the actors, Brandon Carter, who's going to be coming here and tasting along with us. And we're going to hear what he says about wine and get to know him better. He's an excellent actor, and he's from Virginia. And so that'll be fun. And I might even do a little Shakespeare for you guys. So if I can overcome my angst, I will do that, and hopefully that'll be fun too. And then we have another actor from the Shakespeare Company, from the Blackfriars, is Zoe. She's going to come out here and taste our wine. She's doing a master class on nutrition and also cooking and how they stay in top form for their performances. So she's going to be tasting our wines and hopefully pairing them up with her different preparations. So we have a lot of exciting things, and we're going to meet some new people, and we're going to try to bring some different people out here. So we may even get some of you here. So we would like to have you here. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up for now. I wish you a really nice Sunday evening and a really nice week. And thank you so much for all your kind words and support, and for buying wine. You've all been really great, and I really enjoy these tastings. We're going to try to figure out a way to make them really live so I can see your questions coming in and maybe see your faces. So we'll try to advance on that technology this week, and we will see you next Sunday. So enjoy the beautiful view. I'll get out of the way, and stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. I hope you enjoy some good wine, and we love you. So stay in touch with us, and we'll be back to you soon. And I'm going to keep sending out stuff on the different social media platforms and reaching out however I can. Feel free to get in touch with us. So I enjoy the tasting, and have a beautiful evening. Until next time, bye-bye. You guys take care now. Miss you. See you soon. Bye-bye.